All right, here we are. We're going to talk about volume, the last video of the year. All right, prisms and cylinders. Okay, when we talk about volumes from prisms and cylinders, they have the same base area that's continuous throughout the shape. So prism cylinders in these shapes, the base stays the same throughout the shape. So if you can find the area of the base, you will then multiply by the height. That's why the formula is this short: base area times height. So base area is going to be a little bit of work, all right? Depends on what your base is, because your base can change. And then just multiply that by the height. So a little bit shorter than surface area. You know, surface area for prisms is 2 base areas plus perimeter times height. So this one's a little bit less complicated. So in this first picture, we have a base that's a rectangle. So your capital B is 7 times 3, which is 21. And then your height is 5. So basically what we're saying with volume here is that we have this area of 21, and then we're just multiplying that by 5, because it'd be a layer of 21, layer of 21, layer of 21, layer of 21. We'd have 5 layers of 21 square units. So volume is 21 times 5. 21 times 5 is 105 cubic meters. All right, volume, base area times height. Now, sometimes the height isn't up and down. In this case, this 4 distance, that's going to be your height. The base is going to be this trapezoid. All right, so to do our capital B in this one, we're going to have to do 6 plus 9, add our 2 bases together. This is B1, this is B2. 6 plus 9 times the 7, that's the height of the trapezoid, and then divide by 2. That's going to be 16 times 7 divided by 2. 16 times 7 is 105. No, 16 times 7 is not 105. 16 times 7 is 112 divided by 2. 112. Oh, so it's 15 times 7. Sorry, my mistake. 15 times 7 divided. I was looking at my notes and my answers weren't jiving. 15 times 7 is 105 divided by 2. 105 divided by 2. So 52.5 is your capital B. So then your volume is 52.5 times 4. That's your volume, 210 cubic inches. So capital B, just like with surface area, capital B can be a little bit of work. Capital B with volume can be a little bit of work. All right, the next example, capital B is a pentagon. That's a pentagonal prism. So your capital B here is going to be 1/2, or A times S times N divided by 2. So capital B, you need your apothem. This is your apothem. Here's your side length, and N is equal to 5 sides. So you need to do 2.8 times 4 times 5 divided by 2. So all of that work with the apothem, side length, number of sides divided by 2 is going to be 56 divided by 2, so it's going to be 28. So your capital B is 28. That's the area of just this front pentagon. But then we have a stack of 6 of them. This is your height for your prism, because there's 6 meters in between the front pentagon and the back pentagon. So volume is going to be 28 times 6. All right, 28 times 6 is 168 meters cubed. So the finish work for the volume is quicker than surface area, because you just take base area times the distance between the bases. So here the base area is going to be pi r squared, pi times 4 squared. When you get that done, your base is going to be 50.24. And then your height is 9. So your volume is 50.24. 50.24 times 9. That's going to give you a volume of 452.16 meters cubed. Notice for my volume answers, I'm putting it in cubic units. So find the base area, multiply by the distance between the bases. You got your volume of your prism or cylinder. For pyramids, a little bit different work here. For pyramids, I'm going to do a demonstration in class on Monday probably, where you do, it takes 3 pyramids to fill up the prism that's got the same base area and the same height. So that's why the formula looks like it does here. It's 1/3 base area times height. The base keeps getting smaller and comes to a point, the vertex. The volume still begins with the base area, and you multiply by the height, so you still need the base area and the height of the shape, but you finish by dividing by 3. So it's base area times height divided by 3. That's your volume for pyramids and cones formula. No pluses and minuses. All right, here the base is a square, so our capital B is going to be 10 squared, or 100. So then the height would be the distance from up to the vertex, so that's the height is 12. So we're going to take 100 times 12 and then divide that by 3. So that's going to be 1,200. Oops, too many zeros. 1,200 divided by 3, which is going to be 400 cubic yards. Okay. It'd be 1,200 if this stayed a square prism, but it shrinks to a pyramid, so it's only going to be 400 yards cubed. Well, this one's a pentagonal pyramid, so your capital B here is going to be apothem. Here's your apothem times side length. Your n is equal to 5, so you're going to have to do 2.8 times 4. Is this the same prism? Or sorry, is it the same pentagon? Yeah, it's the same pentagon that we just had on the prism page. All right, 2.8 times, times 4 times 5 divided by 2. So we're just trying to find the area of this pentagon at the bottom here. Get our capital B done. Our capital B is going to be 28. It's going to be 56 divided by 2. So our capital B is 28. So the height of the pyramid is 7. Okay. So our volume work is going to be base area 28 times the height of 7 divided by 3. 28 times 7 divided by 3 works out to be 196. And 196 divided by 3 is about 65 1/3, 65.3 cubic inches. So the volume is base area times height divided by 3. All right, BH divided by 3. All right, then the last two here. This one's called an oblique pyramid. We don't do much with oblique stuff, but oblique, it's spelled with a B, not a P. Oblique is just means it's not straight. The vertex is not straight up above, perpendicular above the center of the base polygon. So the base is a square, but we're still going to use, when we do obliques, we're still going to use the height. We're still going to do base area times height divided by 3. Base area is just going to be 12 squared. Base area is going to be 144. Volume is going to be 144 times 7 divided by 3. So you still get the base area, multiply by the height, and divide by 3. 144 times 7 is about 1,008. Divided by 3 is 336 centimeters cubed. 336 centimeters cubed. All right, last one's a cone. The base here is pi r squared. So the base area is our first thing we got to calculate. Notice base area is important, whether you're doing surface area or volume, whether you're working with pyramids or cones, or prisms or cylinders. Base area is what you got to do. Here they try to hide the radius on you. This diameter is 8, so the radius is 4. So they're hiding the radius. This is the height of your cone. So you have to do pi times 4 squared. So it's just about 50.24, just like the circle we had on the pyramid, or sorry, the prism page and cylinder page. So base area is 50.24. But now with the volume, we're going to do 50.24 times the height of 7, but then divide by 3. Works out to be about 351.68 divided by 3. Works out to be 117.2 yards cubed, cubic yards. That's the volume of that cone. All right, that's all I got there. Prisms, base area times height. Pyramids, base area times height divided by 3. Excellent work. Excellent.